In this video, we're going to go back in time about, what was it, 2 years ago when I first began my fitness challenge journey. It all began with my, what was it? It was 10,000 steps a day challenge. And it kind of grew from there and I expanded on and threw a bunch of different more workouts into it. And now we're going to go back and I'm going to show you through. You're going to see the progress through the past 2 years. We're going to put it all together. And I'm going to review now where I began, all my steps throughout the way, and where we are here now. So let's jump here, go. So this is the first, this is where it began. And I just want to say, can you already notice a change? I mean, not just in the hair, my hair has kind of grown in this since this began, huh? But heck, you can definitely notice the change already. So here we go. This was the beginning. This was the first video I did to start this up. And then look, the hair, I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna jump into it, but you can already see that the hair, oh man. This was right after I just finished a big workout and I'm kind of sweaty when I did this video and I just kind of like threw my hair to the side to try and get it out of my face when I'm doing this. So, yeah, so ignore the part that I'm a little slimy and greasy. Hey y'all, just a roll here. So I just picked up this Fitbit Sense. And so I got the app all hooked up and I decided since I got this is motivating me a little bit more to do the 10,000 step challenge. I'm going to do 10,000 steps in 1 month or more, but for this video, it's going to be 1 month. So I figured 1 month. What'll motivate me a little. 1 month. And here we are 2 years later and I'm still doing it because I'll tell you, I've noticed results within the first month and it inspired me and I just kept going. This started out 2 years ago. This started out 1 month and 2 years later, I'm still going with this challenge. A little bit more is making a whole challenge video on it. So I'm going to do 10,000 steps for the whole month, every day, tracking my steps here in the app. I just picked this up yesterday, so I'm not even counting Friday. I got it last night, and these steps are just me figuring it out, poking it up. But today, I actually just finished one of my workouts, which I got 7,000, so I need 3,000 more. Good thing I got this, because after finishing my workout, I didn't even meet my goal yet, so I'm going to go back at. That was one thing I'll say, the perks of having this, watching your steps. I used to do like a workout or I would go for like a walk and I think that, oh, I definitely got my steps for the day and then realized how many more steps I actually had to go. I think after completing like a normal workout, I have about 3,000 steps. So, which, I mean, it's not really stepping, but it is jumping around. A lot of my workouts are jumping around, so I do get steps in them and I like keeping them to keep and then add on. So, but I didn't realize how little steps you actually get doing them. So I had a lot of steps after each workout. I had to keep going on. That's where I highly recommend this right back here, a foldable treadmill that you can, I put this under my desk when I'm working. Sometimes I'll have like a little bar here. I'll put my laptop on while I'm walking. I always watch TV with it. I'll just have it out with TV and I'll hook headset up. Or when I'm at my desk, I'll fold that down and kind of work while anytime I'm in a meeting, any downtime I can find, I jump on this bad boy and it's helped a lot in reaching my goal. Out and do another mini workout. I'm going to give you little tips and tricks I've done along my way. Since we're now recapping and reviewing, I'm going to give you guys any tricks I've learned along my way. And that's the biggest one, reaching your step goal, having not like the big bulky ones, but I recommend the small treadmills, like the desk treadmills. Just to get to 10,000 steps, probably just go for a little walk around the neighborhood just to get them in. So I'm going to do 10,000 and see how come back at the end of the month and just view the results. We're going to I'll check my weight and fitness and I'll see how I feel at the end after 10,000. See if at the end of the month I can step it up, maybe do 15,000 for the next month. Yeah, so I figured this is going to be the biggest motivation and it gets everyone to see what the perks and benefits of 10,000 steps a day actually are. And there's no cheat days because we're going to be keeping track right here with this whole app. which already I can tell you, just after 1 month alone, I noticed a difference, which boosts me. So I recommend, even if you don't like have time for like a full-blown workout or everything, the two biggest things I recommend: one, fixing your diet, counting your calories, eating healthy, and then two is the steps. If you can't do a full workout, just get 10,000 steps a day, and it goes a long way. 1 month, I'm going to be able to view the entire. So let's go into the fitness results I have here. This was my beginning challenge of my weight. Before we start the month challenge, here we are. Da-da-da! March 26th at 1:40 p.m. with my 7,000 steps. I'm going to record my weight at the beginning. We're about 202.6 at the moment. So I'm going to go through and we'll see what my weight is at the end of the month. 202.6. I started out at 220 and I dropped down to 202. And here, we'll go and we'll check at the end of this and we'll see where we're at now. So I lost the app that allowed me to interact with my phone that I had when I first started this. I got a new phone, lost the app and that, but I grabbed a screenshot and I saved it. So this is my year when I was doing the challenge. But you see, in the beginning, I got more than the 6,000 average in the beginning. When I first got the watch in March, April, May, June, it just took me a while to get used to putting it on because I didn't like sleeping with it. And when I first got the watch, I wasn't used to wearing watches and it kind of aggravated my wrists. So I got used to it since then. But I used to always throw it off when I go to sleep and I wake up and I walk around and I wouldn't remember about it until a lot of times after I get home from work on weekdays, or there's so many times I forgot to wear the watch. So a lot of these steps were not really accurate, but you get kind of used to like the routine, like you know how many you need to walk in the day. Like I started doing 1 hour long TV show. I know gets me usually around like 3,000, 4,000 steps to do the hour because I walk, I'll stop, I walk, and then so usually around I'll watch like a TV show or I'll walk around the neighborhood here. I know gets me another 3,000. Or at work, my usual walking there. I know in the day I get about 4,000 during my walk at lunch at work. So you kind of like get in the habit where you know how many steps you're gonna get for the walk. So a lot of times you end up not even needing the watch, but it's still good to have just because it's neat to show you and meet your goal. This watch, about recommending it, I have, what was it, Fitbit Sense. It's okay, but the one thing, I don't know if this is part of it or it just, it's supposed to, you flick it down and you're supposed to see the screen. And mine just never, ever works the right way. I'm usually flipping it all around and it just doesn't do anything. The only way I found to get this one on is I usually have to spam click the screen until it finally goes on. I'm not sure, the wrist flip thing, I don't know if it's this model or I just got a janky one, but that's always bugged me throughout the years that I had it. So I should look into like different models. This one was a little expensive for not really working too well. It does get kind of annoying when you're trying to flip it and it don't work. And then trying to have to spam click it until it finally pops on. So I don't know about the Fitbit Sense. I'd look into a different model. But hey, if you like the heart rate thingy, I think that's the biggest thing I got for it was this EKG thing or whatever it is on here that I never use. So I'd go for a cheaper model. But now it's time for now it's time for the ones that you've all been waiting for, is the results. So here we're going to go. This was the beginning. This is what I started out at. This is my big old tummy here. My little bloat going. I, for some reason, got the same angle twice. And that was the beginning. That was right at 2020. And this is, so the first one was when I first began working out and everything. And this is right after, this is the progress with the step challenge. This is just 2023. You can already see the change, the flattening a little bit here. The progression. We'll do a little more. Now this flips over. This is which one? This one's 2024. This is this year. So this is 2 years after I've done the step challenge. So this is, let's find one where I'm looking. This is 2023. This is last year. This is already after a year of doing the step challenge. We got the beginning into 1 year in the step challenge into, wait, I passed it. This is this year. This is 2024 now. So you can already see like a lot of the results. This is the most recent one. This is now. This is and this is the end result weight. We started at 230, what was it, 220. We went down and started the walk challenge at 202, and we ended the walk challenge at kind of the devil number, 166.6. That's not 1,000 pounds, by the way. That's 166.6. So I was 166 pounds. So we lost 60, 30, was that? Oh man. 30, like almost 40 pounds. Sorry, I drew a brain fart on the math. We lost almost 40 pounds doing the step challenge. During this, when I started seeing the changes in like my face especially, that's the biggest one you can see. Big changes happen in the face first, which I really liked. That's where you see it more and it motivates you. So I started doing a lot of workouts incorporated in and started going strict with my diet. So a lot of this wasn't just steps. A lot of this was a mixture of a lot of other things, but just doing 1 month of steps, not changing anything else about my life, just the steps, I started noticing the changes, which inspired me, motivated me to fix my diet, which fixing my diet brought the changes really fast. Like there was once I got my diet all fixed and I was doing the steps, drastic changes happened like really fast. Then I started incorporating workouts and steps and the diet, and it just, all of it came together like really fast. So I would do a little bit. I'd wake up in the morning and go for a little walk, go and start working. Lunchtime, I would do like a half an hour workout, and I was intermediate fasting in between. So I'd have like a small window where I'd actually eat. So I'd work out for lunch instead of eating. So I'd get a half an hour workout there. After work, I'd go for another walk, and then I'd go, get your food. Wait, let me start that over. So I'd start the morning by going for a walk, and so I think the big thing you need to do if you're trying to get on this goal is, well, first make a challenge for yourself, set a kind of like a schedule and stick to it that you know you're going to be like, once you get in the rhythm of it, it makes it a lot easier. So I'd wake up and go for like, just like a 15, 20 minute walk in the morning to wake up. I would go to work, start work. Around lunchtime, I intermittent fast, so I didn't eat until like a little later in the day. I'd skip breakfast and lunch, and I'd eat like in a small window later in the day. So at lunchtime and work, I would do my workout. So I got about a half an hour workout in, and then I would eat a little bit later. So after work, that's when I'd get my food. I'd go for another little walk around, come back, do everything you need to do. And that's when, like, for my relaxed time, for TV time, I would go throw a show on, like an hour-long show, and get more steps in. And by then, I was always at 10,000 at that point after everything else in the day. And so I would just extend beyond that. And a lot of times I'd go and, like, after you get 10,000, I allow myself to rest, but the show would still be on, or I'd be working around the house. So many days I got 12, 15. One time I even got 20,000 just by doing random things around the house, cleaning and all that. So it really adds up. You just want to put little bits of transactions in there. So I'm going to do another part where I'm going to talk about the workouts I did. We did the step video here. I'm going to go and extend and expand upon the workouts. Oh, sorry, hold on. If you can edit this in and then put. So I'm going to expand upon the workouts and kind of just elaborate more of what you need to focus on. What's a good workout? If you're always lost and it's like, I don't even know where to begin with working out, there'll be another part where I'm going to go and talk about what you should be looking for and how you should be starting to work out, especially like form. Form is the biggest part that I found in my workouts. I didn't have as much progress as I did as when I started really focusing on the form of my workout rather than just going through and brute forcing through it just to get it done. So I hope that you liked my step journey, and I hope that my progress has motivated you as much as it motivated me. I'm about to go and jump on my treadmill here and go and get the rest of my steps in because I'm only at 6,000 for the day. I still got a bit more to go. So that means it's TV time for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.